It is exactly 1 p.m. East African time, and you're just in time for the latest news in the world of news. And welcome to the broadcast. I am Moige William. Now, starting off our bulletin is President William Ruto is currently attending an interdenominational Thanksgiving church service at Embu University in Embu County. President has also officially opened the university administration block. Let's listen in. Currently speaking is Embu County Governor Cecily Mbarire.
I want to thank Embu professionals who also work day and night to make it happen, and supported us in developing the Embu Charter that you signed of the issues affecting Embu County. May God bless them so much, and may you remember them as you continue to form your government. Your Excellency, allow me to thank my very able Deputy Honorable Kenywa Mogo. Mheshimiwa Kenywa Mogo rogama mvorera irobe. Huyu jamaa tulizunguka na yeye tukatafuta kura, and we continue to work very closely to make Embu County a much better place. So thank you so much, Your Excellency, and I want to thank you we were very worried. I want to tell you the truth. Kwa sababu our experience was that wakati tunatafuta kura between Mount Kenya West na Mount Kenya East, Mount Kenya inawekwa chini. Hakuna Mount Kenya kati yetu, tunakuwa kitu kimoja. After elections, Mount Kenya inainuliwa, viti zote zinaenda wapi? West. And we made complaint about it. And I remember the Deputy President saying, "Apana, this time round, hatutaleta Mount Kenya kati yetu West na East." And I thank you, because we've seen you have actually walked the talk. You promised us, Your Excellency, and it's happening. Umetuchukulia minister kule Meru, Minister for Agriculture Linturi, ukakuja Tharaka Nithi ukachukua very powerful minister naitwa Kindiki, hapa Embu ukatupatia Attorney General mwenyewe wa Kenya. Thank you very much. Then of course you've come back to Embu, umetupatia PS ambaye anaitwa Dr. Esther Dara Kedhania Esther Kedhumone niwe huyo ndiye PS wa TVET wa kutoka huku Embu County. And then you went to Kirinyaga, you also picked another daughter called Mary Mudhoni, who is also a good friend of Embu County. Surely, what can we say except to say thank you to His Excellency? But I want to remind you, our sons and daughters are not over. Our list is very long. So tafadhali, as you appoint commissions, as you appoint ambassadors, as you appoint parastatal chiefs and boards of parastatals, tafadhali continue to remember the good people of Embu who have stood with you through thick and thin. And we shall continue to appreciate that work. Thank you so much, boss. I'll not add much to what the leaders have said. And this is the first time, by the way, Your Excellency, tumepata MPs wamesimama mbele ya president wakimwelezea shida za Embu County. We sat down, we went through them. In fact, I do allowed MCs.
Well, that is Governor Embu County Cecily Mbarire addressing congregants at the Embu University, where President William Ruto is leading a host of leaders in interdenominational prayers. Now switching gears and also to the neighboring county of Kirinyaga, a section of Azimio leaders in Kirinyaga County have backed Deputy President Rigathi Gachagwa's quest to unite all leaders from Mount Kenya region. The leaders, among them former Kirinyaga Deputy Governor Peter Ndamberi, say that the move by the Deputy President is welcomed and will be supported to ensure the region speaks in one voice.
Deputy President amesema mambo ya siasa ambayo nilikuwa nataka nisiongee sana, lakini vile umeuliza nitasema tu. Amesema anataka kuita ama kuongea na wale watu ambao walikuwa wa eneo la Azimio la Umoja. Ningependa kusema ya ukweli ya kwamba hii Kenya ni yetu sisi wote. Hii mnasema chama ya siasa ni chama inakuja kwa wakati ule. Ukikumbuka hapo mbeleni tulikuwa na chama inaitwa KANU. Ikakunja niyo KANU. Kukakunja DP, kukakunja TNA, kukakunja URP, kukakunja ODM. Hizo zote ni chama, lakini sisi hatuhami Kenya. Kwa hivyo yule alikuwa Kenya kwanza ama amekuwa Azimio, sisi wote ni wa Kenya. Na ujui the next election labda uvumi haitakuwa kwa UDA, inaweza kuwa kwa kitu kingine ama chama kingine, lakini sisi wote kuna kitu moja inatuunganisha pamoja, kuwa wa Kenya. Kwa hivyo mwito wa naibu wa rais kusema ashikanishe watu wote wa Mount Kenya irrespective of their political standing, hiyo ni jambo la maana sana, kwa sababu chama tumeweka chini. Sasa ile tunataka ni maendeleo, na maendeleo itafanyika na sisi wote kama tumeshikana. Kwa hivyo nasema naibu wa rais anaongea ile inayofaa. Sasa tukiendelea kusema mambo ya chama hii ama chama ile, hatutakuwa na maendeleo Kenya yetu. Tungependa tuache mambo ya chama, tushikane pamoja, tujenge Kenya yetu. Na hii Kenya yetu ni iko kubwa kushinda chama ya siasa. Mimi sijasikia mambo ya mass action. Ukisikia vile Kioni amesema, sisi ni watu wa amani na tunasimamia amani, hatutaki vita, tunataka maendeleo.
Still matters politics. Former Kandonyi Member of Parliament Wafula Wamunyinyi has called upon Bungoma residents to vote for him as the second senator for the Bungoma county, stating that Kenya Kwanza government cannot oversight themselves. Addressing locals at Bukembe Market during his campaign train 4 days shy of the 8th December senatorial by-election, Wamunyinyi says he has experience that will hasten development in Bungoma County. Wamunyinyi, who is flying Azimio One Kenya party flag, will square it out with former Bumula Member of Parliament Mwambu Mabonga of UDA, Wafula Akoli of Ford Kenya, and 8 others.
Kuambia kitu kimoja, lazima tuchague kiongozi ambaye anaweza kufanya oversight, ule ambaye anaweza kuangalia kwa niaba ya wananchi, aangalie kazi gani inafanyika kwa county, kwa sababu uongozi ya county ni nyumba moja, ni family moja. Tunahitaji mtu wa kando ambaye ni independent, aweze kufanya oversight ili aweze kuwa macho ya mwananchi, aweze kuwa watchman yenu. Nani anaweza fanya hiyo? Nani?
Pastors across different denominations in Njiru sub-county are now calling for a dialogue between the Kenya Kwanza government and opposition, even as a section of Azimio leaders plan a parallel Jamhuri Day public meeting at Kamukunji grounds. The clergy under Sauti Mashinani umbrella say the planned public engagement by Azimio la Umoja One Kenya could result into demonstrations and looting. The movement also urged Kenyans of goodwill to embrace the spirit of love and care during the festive season.
Wanaweza kuwa na dialogue, waweze kukaa chini waongee. Hiyo ndio mafaa yetu, because tutaki kuongezewa shida juu ya shida nyingine. Maandamano najua ni routines and many other things. Kwa hivyo ningeuliza pia Raila na watu wake kama kuna njia nyingine ambayo inaweza kutumika kuweka nchi katika amani, ni furaha yetu.
Na kama ni jambo linalostahili, muweze kuongea na rais wetu na deputy wake ili turushulishe hii mambo kwa kuongea badala ya maandamano, ili kila mwananchi aweze kupata kitu ataweza kula.
Internally displaced persons from Nakuru have continued piling pressure on Azimio la Umoja leaders to focus on uniting the country and drop plans to hold countrywide public meetings and demonstrations. All leaders, irrespective of their political affiliation, have been urged to work together towards building a more inclusive society, a more just government, and a more prosperous economy where all Kenyans matter and no one is left behind. The Azimio leader Raila Odinga had announced planned rallies in Nairobi, Mombasa, Nakuru, Kisumu, and Kakamega to defend IEBC dissenting commissioners.
We categorically say that we are against any demonstration on the 7th December 2022, because we know their intention is to incite people so that they are back to campaign period. Yeah. We don't want any more such things until 2027. We don't want, and we say categorically that we as IDPs who faced this problem in the year 2007, we don't want these mass actions anymore. And our Inspector General take full mandate, because we are told by the President that the National Police Service henceforth will never be under anybody's influence.
tumeshuhudia muda kiasi wa amani katika taifa letu, na hatungetaka kurudi nyuma, tuanze kubeba watoto tukikimbia, mali yetu ikiharibiwa bila sababu. Tungeomba wana azimio ya kwamba kuna sheria, ambapo kuna shida wafuate sheria. Sisi hatutaki umwagikaji wa damu tena katika taifa letu. Tunaomba amani. Hasa wakati huu watoto wetu wangali shuleni, wako kwa mtihani. Mkianza maandamano, mnataka watoto wetu waende wapi? Mnataka wamama wa Kenya waende wapi? Wafanye biashara, hiyo ni njia ya kufanya mali yao ipotee. Sababu kunapokuwa maandamano, hiyo ni njia ya kuinua wezi wapate nafasi ya kuibia wale wengine.
From Nakuru County, let's head back to Embu County, but now on matters climate change. Stakeholders in the sustainable agriculture and mitigation against climate change have urged residents of Mbeere North in Embu County to take advantage of the heavy rains to collect and store using a new technology of harvesting water from house roofs and flooding along, then direct to water plants that are secured and covered with a black material to reduce evaporation. The technology is funded by SIGNET, an NGO working on sustainable agriculture and mitigation against climate change. Will cost 1.5 million shillings, funded by the Turkish government. Currently, residents of Evurore have benefited with 20 water pans with a capacity of 50,000 liters each.
Tunao mradi wa kupata maji, kuvuna maji kutoka manyumba. Kunao ule mwingine ambao ni maji ambayo yanatiririka kutoka kwa juu ya ardhi. Wakati mvua imekuja mingi, utakuta maji mengi yanapita juu yakielekea mitoni, yanapita kwa mabarabara, mengine yanapatia kwa mashamba, na hayo ni maji mengi sana ambayo huwa inapotea. Kwa hivyo mradi ambao tunafanya sasa hivi ni wa kushika hayo maji yasije yakapotea. Vile mkulima anavyovuna chakula, vile vile anavuna hayo maji.
Hii maji natoka kwa mapati yangu. Nilikuwa nimenunua tule tutangi tudogo. Sasa ninaweka maji alafu ninaanza kulima ile kitchen garden kidogo. Sasa hii nimepata hii nini? Water tap. Sasa hii mimi nitalima shamba kubwa na nitaweza hata kusaidia wale wakaanzi wa hii kijiji ya Kanywele.
The debate over the location of a proposed university in Baringo County has re-emerged, with leaders from Baringo County urged to unite to deliver first university in the county. The leaders have in the past differed on where the university should be located, with each leader lobbying for it to be constructed in their respective constituencies. Speaking in Ngeria during a Thanksgiving ceremony held, Acting Chief Officer Salome Tomno, who was awarded a doctorate in philosophy from Moi University, called upon leaders to shun from selfish interest for the county to realize its dream.
We agreed as a people and as leadership, from the governor to the members of parliament to the county assembly members, we will speak one voice today as a county of Baringo. So that even the issue of University of Excellency, the location of that university, will not bother with you. Tutajifungia nyumba, we will sit down the whole day, the whole night, we will pray, and finally we will tell you we have agreed in point A for our university.
Let us finish this story of university once and for all. Na mimi nimesema kandie hii university tutaweka Baringo Central hapa. Sio kwa sababu ni Baringo Central. Hakuna county yoyote kwa Kenya ambayo imeweka university yao kando. Inawekwa county headquarters. Then kutoka county headquarters itasaa Kabartonjo huko, itasaa Ravine, itasaa Baringo South mpaka Tiati.
Still on matters education, after the completion of the Class 8 examination, a Canada-funded organization in Mathare is seeking to help 30 students transition to secondary schools. So far, Canada Mathare Education SME Trust has managed to sponsor 270 scholars, 100 of which are already at the tertiary level. The students enjoy full school fees scholarship as well as other infrastructures like school library where they get a chance to access books and other learning materials. The organization during school's holidays conduct a school break program where they mentor the students on reproductive health and rights, mental health and community leadership.
It's about the importance of taking children, both boys and girls, to school and to make sure that they have quality education. Our impact has been big, especially when you look at the mindset. Our scholars, they think about the community, they are giving back to the community, and they are positive and relatable role models.
Mtoto akishafanya interview, akipita, Semi Trust inachukulia hapo mtoto elimu yake kutoka form 1 mpaka kule mbele atakakosonga. Kwa hivyo Semi Trust imetusaidia sana kama wakazi wa Mathare.
Most of us in this our community, getting school fees is not easy, and going to different schools is not easy. Most of us, our parents wanaweza manage only school fees ya kutupeleka day school, and day schools inakuanga na different challenges, of which the challenges may be getting into drugs, not getting sufficient education, not getting sufficient equipment of learning. And with SIGNET Trust, it has taken us to schools, and as an organization, like now, we have a library at SIGNET Trust yenye inatusaidia kama wanafunzi.
Kakamega County First Lady Professor Janet Barasa has urged women in the county to amplify their voices on issues of gender-based violence by ending all forms of violence against women and girls and other harmful practices. Speaking during a walk on Kakamega town, reaffirming their commitment to eradicate and observe the International Day of Violence Against Women, the county leadership accused perpetrators of intimidating victims and families while some opting to settle matters at home, hence denying justice to the victims.
Signed an MOU with pro bono lawyers. So hawa lawyers, ikiwa kuna mtu amedhulumiwa, they'll be able to help us legally without any fee. So the pro bono lawyers are there. If you have an issue, you have a case of GBV, please you can speak to the county attorney or speak to me. They will guide you on how you will be helped legally.
We find sometimes the problem with the families. A mother doesn't want to come out and say, my daughter was violated. A woman sometimes in their capacity don't want to come up and say, I was violated, I was beaten up. Especially the working class women, especially the women who are educated.
And these days are marked because we are marking 16 days with 16 issues. And as my predecessor has already mentioned, it's not all about physical violence alone or sexual violence alone. We are also talking about economic violence where women are discriminated against in terms of their being taken to school and in terms of workplaces. We are also talking about emotional violences at home. We are talking about femicide, where those ones who have girl child alone feel like they do not have children.
With this kind of collaboration with other sectors, we have seen a reducing trend of teenage pregnancy. When we look at our data in 2019, we were recording over 17,000 cases of teenage pregnancy. But as at now, we have reduced that trend to 14,000.
Si kwamba wazee hawadhulumiwi, lakini unajua kwa sababu ya culture yetu, the earlier culture wanasema kwamba mwanaume ni kunyamaza, mwanaume ni kuvumilia. Mama anapika, mzee ameenda kutembea kwa wenzake jioni. Mama anapika chakula mapema, anakula na watoto, anaosha sufuria. So mzee anapokuja, anamwambia haujakula kitu leo.
Now to some good news. There is a sigh of relief to patients suffering from sickle cell disease after a new technology was invented in the country to perform a bone marrow transplant. Kisumu First Lady Dorothy Nyong'o, speaking during a free medical camp in Kisumu, urged residents who have patients suffering from sickle cell to use the opportunity for treatment even as they wait for treatment to be locally available.
Have the first bone marrow transplant in the region, in East Africa region. It is in Nairobi. It's available. So please, even as we wait for the services to come to our county and our region, make use of the services that are available in the country. I also saw a machine that they use to clean the blood of people with sickle cell, so that every 3 months or 4 months, you can actually get a new lease of life.
And the other preventive measures you have heard about avocado, we are teaching our people that good diet, good water can help you not to get sickle cell crisis. Because we live in malaria belt, so we have quite a number. I've been working in Homa Bay. There are very many in Homa Bay. There are very many in Kisumu, in Siaya. So this hospital is trying to create a center where we can do research and how to support them so that we can eventually they have quality life.
The country has experienced a sharp rise in the use of illegal alcohol and narcotics from 13.4% in 2017 to 20% this year. With the Western region leading in the use of illegal alcohol, according to NACADA CEO Victor Okioma, the report shows that Western Kenya recorded 23.8%, followed by the Coast and Central region with 13.9%. Speaking at a high-level security meeting that brought together top security organs in 4 counties of the Western region, the region's Commissioner Isaiah Nakuru ordered the closure of all wines and spirits as well as bars that are operating without valid licenses. Nakuru said the meeting is aimed at upscaling the fight against drugs and illicit brew in the region.
Western is a very badly affected region in Kenya. In fact, they have taken over from Central Kenya, which some years back used to be the lead in terms of changa, in terms of traditional liquor. And therefore, we have shared these facts with the regional security team and the county security team, and it's up to them to see how they can stop this. And we encourage them to increase on public education and awareness. It's money raised from revenues generated by licenses to support prevention programs among their people, and indeed to also put up rehabilitation facilities for those of their people who are affected. We have seen very little. We have encouraged by a few counties, about 10 we have worked together to put up these facilities.
If our people are engaged to that extent, then that is something serious, which we must address. And that's why I've called all the county commissioners, all the sub-county commissioners, deputy county commissioners, and the police commanders from the respective administrative units.
Now let's cross over to Machakos County, where persons with disabilities in Machakos County are now lamenting what they termed as neglect by the counties to hand them nomination slots in the county assemblies. Under the organization of the Blind and Low Vision Network in Lower Eastern, the movement says out of 47 counties, only 26 nominated persons with disabilities into the county assemblies. The movement now want the government to champion for inclusion of people with disabilities into public and private sectors.
In Machakos County, we did not get nomination for PWDs in the county assembly, and this one will actually affect a lot of PWDs in Machakos County, because our voices will never be heard in matters of development, in matters of legislation, because when we have a representative, is there to cater for us. Because in the county assembly, we have representative for women, we have representative for youth, but for people with disabilities, we did not get any slot. There is lack of disability mainstreaming in the government offices and in private sector. So what we can ask the government